Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Attention all veterans and guests. The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office invites you to join them for a luncheon on Monday, November 11th from 11:30 to 1:30 at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. The Veterans Affairs Office provides assistance to veterans in need. If you have any questions, contact Michelle Herman, the Veterans Affairs Administrator in Keokuk County, at the courthouse in Sigourney, 641-622-2761. Santa!
Ho, ho, ho!
Steve!
I am Steve.
Stocking.
Ooh.
Details are coming soon! The KCED Tailgate $10,000 raffle is this Friday, November 8th at the Carl Craft Civic Center at 701 West 2nd Street in Hedrick. Tickets are $125, which includes 2 admissions. Dinner, drinks, dancing, and more. Doors open at 5:30, dinner at 6, drawing is at 7, entertainment at 8, and it's all over by 11 p.m. Plus, there's bus transportation from Sigourney to Hedrick. It's the KCED Tailgate $10,000 raffle this Friday in Hedrick. Heyo, we are live at Barn Wired for the Iowa Music Showcase. How are we all doing today? We're going to have a good time here at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Again, our Iowa Music Showcase, as we do every Friday. We've got I've never met... Who are you?
I'm Allie Crump.
Why are you here?
It's nice to meet you.
We're going to get to Allie here momentarily. First, let's bring in Amanda Snakenberg. Amanda, the owner of Barn Wired. Amanda, they're quiet for you today. They must...
That's fine.
Amanda, tell us all the deals, the specials, everything good about Barn Wired.
All right. So today our lunch special is the meatloaf with mashed potatoes and carrots. Our sandwich of the week is egg salad on croissant. And
Sounds so fancy.
our soup is chicken tortilla. I did look at next week's, and I see lots of good things next week. I might be in trouble. Ham and a gratin potatoes is Monday. That sounds really good. Beef and noodles, you can't go wrong there. And then one of my favorites is white chicken enchiladas. And the sandwich of the week is marinated chicken breast, which is my absolute favorite. So excited about that.
Are there green beans involved at all?
I didn't write down sides. Yeah. But we are continuing to put out new Christmas items and filling in holes and moving things around. Our fall stuff is on sale, and we are gearing up for a Rural Road Trip next Friday and Saturday. So next Friday it will be very busy here, and Saturday for the sports section also. Yeah. So next Friday and Saturday will be fun around here. Lots of things going on. And then we're also getting things in the works for Black Friday deals and Small Business Saturday. So there will be stuff going on for that as well.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. By the way, Amanda, prepare the gals for tomorrow morning. We've got 2 full girls cross-country teams coming in and some other runners, too. So lots of coffee. Lots of coffee going to be sold tomorrow morning, bright and early. We'll be here at 8 a.m. for the sports section. Of course, Barn Wired, our new home for that program as well on Saturdays. But it is a Friday. It's a beautiful day outside here in southeast Iowa. And, yes, we've got Allie Crummy with us today. Allie, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you. Glad to meet you. We've been kind of getting to know each other here last, I don't know, half hour or so.
Yeah.
So tell us, let's get the basics out of the way. Just maybe fill us in on who you are, where you live, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm Allie Crummy. That is my name, my real name. It's not a stage name that I ironically chose. I live in Des Moines. I am a singer-songwriter, and I also am into production as well, so I've been doing some producing, and I have 3 kids, and, I could keep on going, but that's the basics.
We'll pick your brain as
Okay.
we go. How about that?
Oh yeah, sounds good.
So are you a full-time musician, or do you have is this like a weekend thing, or how would you explain it?
I have a lot of part-time jobs.
Okay.
So I do the singer-songwriter stuff, and I do the gigging, and then I do producing, which somebody I was just producing for.
Okay.
I can't say who that is or what anything about that.
Oh, it's top secret.
So I was just, so sometimes, on the weekends or, here and there, I'll go produce other artists in the studio.
Okay.
And then I do some podcast production as well.
Oh, nice. Well, I could learn some stuff. I'm going to have to pick your brain afterwards.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think I see what you guys are doing here. I think
Yeah.
I could also learn a few things from
Yes.
what you're doing. I think, did I have other, I feel like I'm forgetting one of the part-time jobs. That's probably, sniper. That's what it
FBI.
is. Yeah. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I'm not at liberty to say what that 16th part-time job is. So,
So Allie Crummy is hanging out. Yeah, I was joking when you and I have a mutual friend in Jeff Arendale. Jeff gave me your name, and I was like, just making. I made of course, a joke about. I don't know. Is she crummy?
yeah, right. It's a common joke. You'd be surprised how many times I hear that. And I married into it.
All right. I
So
was gonna say. At least you didn't have to grow up with it.
I know. Yeah. I will say, as an artist, it's more memorable than my maiden name.
Yes,
So
all right.
that is nice. It's weird, but
She's crummy.
it is,
She's
yeah.
Allie Crummy.
I know. Yeah.
Now we heard her sing. She gave us a little preview, and you are definitely not crummy. You are obviously very good.
Thank you.
And you've got some. Yeah, you've obviously have some recorded stuff out
Yes.
there. Like how much
Yes.
how much music do you have out and about
Should do
on the internet
a little,
world?
A little show and tell.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
Because we have a visual component.
Yes.
So I think it's safe to call myself prolific. I've in the last 5 years. It was 5 years ago that I released my first single, and then this came right as the shutdown happened in COVID. This
Okay.
is my first album.
Okay.
I Have Peace, and then my second album. Actually, I did an EP in between, and I don't have that with me.
Okay.
And then Honesty was in 2021. And then I did another EP, which I don't have with me. And then Earthly was last fall.
Okay.
And then I just released this, Henny Penny, in June. And this is based on the folktale, Henny Penny, Chicken Little.
Okay.
And so it kind of explores all those themes. And I actually just this past Sunday released a new EP called Dwindling Light, and it has a couple Christmas songs on it, and also just kind of wintry.
Yeah.
It's an
vibe to
EP
it.
for the winter months.
Yeah. Well, you're busy.
I'm busy. I love writing songs, and now it's dangerous because I know how to produce them. So it's just a dangerous.
You're self-contained. You don't need anybody else's
nobody
help.
can stop me anymore. So.
No, that's very cool. How many songs do you think you've written?
Have I written? Well, I have 47 streaming now.
Okay.
Anywhere you stream music. And then how am I? Well, I don't know. 200-ish.
You have like
I don't know.
notebooks full of songs?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what counts as a song. If it's like fragments of songs, then, infinite numbers of songs. But yeah, like I think I'll do it like I had a gig last night, and I'll do a bunch of songs that I haven't released as well.
Okay.
So I think I could draw from a well of about 100.
Okay.
Probably something
All
like
right.
that.
Now, are you the type, like, you're just falling asleep, something will just kind of come into your brain as you're about to fall into a deep sleep, and you have to get up and write it down or record it on your phone or something?
That's maybe happened a handful of times. Or like driving, that'll happen. But yeah, a lot of times it's more just through just disciplined time, just like I'm going to sit down, and then one thing leads to another. A lot of times, having a conversation with a friend, I actually keep this, I keep a little note in my phone, in the phone app and I call the note collecting words. And then, so anytime I hear somebody say something that would be like, oh, this would make a great lyric, or maybe this would be a good song, then I'll add it to that little note. So that note is long. So if I sit down, then I have stuff that has been inspiring in the past.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I guess I haven't even asked you, what genre of music are you Christian? Are you country? Are you just acoustic? What are you?
Folk singer-songwriter kind of feels like the best description, but I do struggle to describe my stuff because I'll have some songs on Earthly. There are some songs that are more just classic blues.
Okay.
Or maybe not classic blues, but blues. And then Dwindling Light is more like atmospheric folk.
Okay.
And then I'll have some that are more bluegrass. Then I'll have some that are indie rock. So. Yeah.
Kind of a neat mix.
Yeah, a mix.
Yeah.
I don't like to be limited too much.
So if you can't explain necessarily or put a genre, a genre stamp, where do you play? Where could we find you playing out live?
Yeah.
Are you limited there at all?
No, I probably wouldn't play at I don't know. There are some things that would be off limits probably, but I'm pretty broad. I play at breweries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I do.
Okay.
I also have a booking agent who he's always working on trying to get church gigs and stuff like that. So I'll do that from time to time.
Okay.
As well. So I'm just happy to play to everybody and that idea. I was just at a brewery last night. So
All right.
I'm playing near you at some point.
Well, let's get some of that music from you. You got your guitar in hand.
Yes.
What's the first song of the day?
The first song I'm going to play for you is Daylight Saving.
That's very timely.
It is. It's literally very timely. It's a song about that holiday that you have heard lots of songs about, daylight savings time. But I wrote it last fall in September, and it was just this gorgeous fall day, and I was just thinking, oh no, all these leaves are gonna fall, and then it's gonna be less and less daylight, and then the sun's gonna set at 4 p.m. and oh my goodness. So I wrote this song to say I just want to bottle up that September day. Daylight saving.
Put your hands together. Give her a round of applause, Miss Allie Crummy here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
"5 p.m. on a Saturday. What's not way down will fly away. Life's a dance, maybe a ballet, choreographed disarray. Give me just one more hour. Go on and fight, time soldier. Backdrops of burgundy that spin and float and pixelates. Red wine shines through the window pane. Our descent accelerates. Give me just one more hour. Go on and fight, time soldier. Let me just stay right here as we're falling into what comes next. Let's stop right here, a time delay, a battle that we will lose. It's a worthless rescue mission. There's not much more daylight to save. The damsel's crying louder. I hear her shout from her clock tower. Oh, oh, oh. cold. With every minute fleeting, each attempt is more defeating. Time is up and we fall. 5 p.m. on a dark Monday. Headlights shine on the freeway. It's too soon to lose that lights. Trade our daytimes in for nights. Let me just stay right here as we're falling into what comes next. Let's stop right here, a time delay, a battle that we will lose. It's a worthless rescue mission. There's not much more daylight to save. We ran out of daylight to save.
Well done. That is Allie Crummy here on the Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we're live at Barnwired in Sigourney. Make sure you get in here for some lunch. We've already got a nice amount of people in here already. So got some lunch and coffee, drinks, whatever you need here at Barnwired. So Allie Crummy, again, so your music, your singing, your guitar playing, when did that all start for you?
Singing, when I was a wee bit.
You're a wee little girl.
And then guitar playing, I didn't know how to play guitar 10 years ago. So probably 9-ish years ago was when I really started, I taught myself.
Okay, nice.
But I studied music. I have a degree in music education from Drake.
Okay.
And so teaching myself to play guitar, there was a lot of, it wasn't starting from scratch totally. And I play piano as well.
Okay. So you understood theory and all
yes,
that.
I love theory. I love music theory. That was kind of why I was a music major.
Okay.
I love theory. But and then I played mandolin a little bit before I played guitar, but I don't remember how to do that. So.
It's just a little guitar.
I need to. I'll take some time. I'll relearn those chords. Same with banjo. I play banjo on a lot of my songs, and every time I have to relearn. Like, what are the chords?
Very cool. So, of course, we'll give you the question. Who were some of your inspirations? What did you listen to growing up?
Yeah. So growing up, I could probably beat anybody at a trivia game of 90s pop music. I think I could probably win. Or maybe I'm just used to competing against my family. My kids are too young, and my husband wasn't allowed to listen to that. But yeah, so I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. But yeah, I loved Mariah Carey.
Okay.
I also listened.
It's almost time for Mariah Carey to spring up out of the ground for Christmas.
Yeah, but the Christmas Mariah Carey it's not the true magic of Mariah Carey. You got to go back to 1992. That's the magic.
Yep.
But yeah, and I grew up. I loved Aretha Franklin growing up. Listened to her a lot, all the time. I loved oldies, what was oldies back then, so Temptations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Motown. Now, as I grew up, I got more into the Punch Brothers and kind of bluegrass type people. And I feel like I'm just I listen to a lot of folk artists and.
Nice.
Just people that are off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any local, more Iowa or Des Moines-based artists that you would give a shout out to or name drop, that kind of people that you hang out with or do gigs with?
Yeah. When I produce other artists, I produce at Golden Bear Studios.
Okay.
Or Golden Bear Records, and that is owned by Brian and Sarah Vanderpool, who are the duo The Well Pennies.
Okay.
So they're very good friends of mine, and actually Sarah co-wrote one of the songs on Dwindling Light with me.
Okay.
You know, I remembered as I was singing, I was like, I remember my other part-time job, which was, how could I forget this? I'm a worship director at a church. But it's a small church, and so it's part-time. A person who leads worship there as well and also records at Golden Bear is a friend of mine, Anderson Coates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should have him on the show if you haven't yet.
Yeah, I think we did about a year ago, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about that? Yeah, so... and then, you know, I know a lot of, I've worked, I'll work with Catherine Fox. Catherine played on my album Henny Penny.
Yeah.
And probably other things too. Sean Covington, I don't know if you know Sean.
I don't know Sean.
He's a friend of mine. I could probably keep on, Andrew Hoyt. I could keep on going. Yeah.
I had Andrew on the radio with me
before,
but I haven't been able to get him lined up for this show. So, Andrew, if you're watching,
bring
your ukulele.
There you go. Yeah.
Andrew, he's another ukulele player.
Yeah, he's he's awesome. He's so good.
Very cool. And I was going to also ask you, with 3 kids, in the family thing, does that make it hard to be a musician or to go out and play and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's not. It's complicated. Yeah. It's but it's okay. I mean, it works out. In some ways, it's easier than if I had a Wells Fargo job and I was tied to a desk for a certain number of hours a week. It's flexible. It does end up that I'm working until 11 p.m. every night, usually, to some degree or another. Maybe not totally. It depends on what's going on. It ebbs and flows, but yeah. Okay. But yeah, I do think that I'm glad that I'm getting to be active while they're young, and I'm glad that I think there's value in them getting to see me doing this.
Sure. Yeah.
So I am happy about the discomfort that it does bring to us. It's for a good cause, I think.
Now, are they musical? Are they picking up on things?
Yeah.
So you can have your own homegrown band.
I know.
If they get old enough.
I know. I don't want to exploit anybody, but I could. Yeah. My son.
The Crummies.
Yeah. We wouldn't do that. No. My son, he's learning how to play drums, and my daughter's really good at violin.
Oh, cool.
But so I'm like, keep on going, guys. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into your next song. Sure. What song are you going to do up next for us?
So this one is Caving In, and it is the first song on my album Henny Penny. So it's about like the sky is falling, and it's kind of about, having kids and feeling just stretched for time. Like I don't talk about kids specifically, but just having no time for anything. And the sky is falling in, the sense of time is caving in, everything is just caving in. So that's what this song is.
All right, let's do it. Here is Allie Crummy once again here on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Sometimes the minutes feel like walls, and they're caving in on me. The hours act like birds and fly for the palm trees. If days were like the sky, along we go along. They'd fall down from up high, along we go along. Lose the driving lane and gain an hour on this afternoon commute. I find myself in purgatory, and I'm binging on creative ways to troubleshoot. Two words into a sentence, kidnapped by a runaway. 3 thoughts I want to share, maybe on a different day. Add 4 more things to the calendar. This week will be madness. 5 months till it settles down. I have my doubts about the process. Open and spaces filled with closed minds and a pair of absolutes. It's hard to keep a forward movement with a backlog of tasks to be reintroduced. Threadbare and spread too thin, outfitted in urgency. The walls are caving in, always an emergency. Always an emergency. If minutes in the day were walls, closing in inch by inch, the sky gets short like the hours. Now I really feel the pinch. Now I really feel the pinch.
Allie Crummy. I was waiting to see if you were going to come back and do an ending there. I didn't know if that was like
No, you're
a
right.
false ending.
You're right. Yes, you had good instinct.
All right, Allie Crummy here on the Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we're live at Barn Wired. Allie, it is that time of the interview for 5 random questions.
Yes.
Now, one is not so random. I'm going to go with I always do a question of the day on Steve Shetler Media Facebook. It goes up at noon here in a few minutes. But the question of the day is, well, actually, I don't know how I worded it exactly, but when do you put up Christmas decorations? Is it too early to put up Christmas decorations? Do you kind of overlook Thanksgiving if you put up Christmas decorations already?
Yes, the caveat is this is my opinion, but yes, it's too early.
Too
no,
early.
we shouldn't be doing any of that yet. After Thanksgiving is what we should be aiming for.
Okay.
And if we waited until December, that's great.
All right.
It's fine.
And then, all right, so we'll follow that up. This is not one of the questions.
Sure.
How soon do you take Christmas down?
So here's the thing, is it goes up too early, but we should keep it up because January and February are depressing,
Yes.
and we need the coziness.
Yes, they are.
So we're taking them down too early, but we're putting them up too early.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I think.
Question 2. What is the most unbreakfast food or drink that you regularly have in the morning?
Wow, this is I have to answer this honestly.
You do,
and
yes.
I'm gonna
you're
out my
hooked
whole
up.
family.
You're
with
hooked up
this.
to a lie detector.
Yeah, so my whole family. I think maybe my husband. He's probably innocent, kind of, but me and the kids, we are hooked on. It is breakfast like. It's for breakfast, but it's pretty much the only thing I have for breakfast these days, and it's Reese's Puffs Minis, and I have it every day.
The cereal?
And yeah,
All right.
it's really good. The Minis is it was an
I've
improvement.
thought about it, but I've also thought about what it might do to my stomach if I ate it.
You know, I wonder what's happening to me, but it is delicious.
I'm like a Captain Crunch type of a guy. So
Yeah, but that with the roof of your mouth, that'll just tear it up.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was also thinking Neil and I are both Diet Dew drinkers in the morning.
Oh, sure.
We don't do coffee. We do Diet Mountain Dew. Question 3. So we're not going to talk politics.
Thank you.
But does the election change any of your plans for the coming year, for 2025?
This is a good question. I don't know if it changes plans, but I do think that there's some adjustments.
Adjustments.
Yeah, there's some processing, I guess.
Right,
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. So let's go back to daylight saving.
Mm-hmm.
Is it saving or savings?
My song is Daylight Saving.
So
but
I think it is officially saving.
Well, I don't think I
everybody
get to
says
read.
savings.
I think it's savings. I think it is
Yeah,
savings.
saving. So, all right, whatever you want to call
Okay.
it, does it have any weird effects on your life? Obviously, it might mess up your sleeping.
Honestly, my kids are getting older now, and so it doesn't really affect them as much. But when they were younger, that was the whole thing. You had to we would micro dose the change, 15 minutes a day for 4 days or whatever.
Yep.
But what I noticed this year was it's a lot easier to wake up in the morning now, because when I was taking the kids to school, it's dark out still last week. So that's been nice.
All right. And then question 5, what was your favorite lunch at your elementary school cafeteria?
The rectangle pizza from the 90s.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It
fit into the thing too.
Yes,
the tray.
yeah, the square in the tray.
Yeah.
Mine was always Sarah's cinnamon rolls at
Oh.
Sigourney. They were
Sure. We didn't have that in Lincoln, Nebraska. We didn't have that.
Those are your 5 random questions. Do you have any gigs or anything coming up that you want to promote, or anything at all that you want to give some spotlight on?
I should know these things off the top of my head. I keep thinking of more things as I'm playing. I'm like, crap.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that I produced for when you were asking other artists. My friend Micah Smith. His artist name is Empty Smith.
Okay.
And I produced an album for him, and he just released a couple more singles. So yeah, and I think the main thing that I'm thinking about right now is just Dwindling Light, that I released that album EP. Sorry.
I thought you were pointing at your coffee. I thought.
No, the main thing I'm forgetting something. I know I am. So next time I sing a song, I'll remember. But
Stop your song.
I am.
Just say it.
I am just booking right now. So I'm working on booking. I do have some things set up in January that I'd have to look at my calendar what they are. But I would say if there's a venue near you, or if you want to host a house show, or if your church wants or needs someone to fill in worship leading or have a concert, I am booking for 2025. Cool. So that's what I'm working on.
All right. Again, her name is Allie Crummy. It's just spelled just like
I know, just like the adjective. Yeah.
So, and I tagged you in the Facebook post here. So, if you're watching online, make sure you click on her Facebook page, give her a like, give her a follow. If you're watching here live and you do Facebook, or are you all right? So, anywhere else on social media?
Yeah. So Instagram at Allie Crummy Music. YouTube. I have a bunch of music videos and things like that. So Allie Crummy Music again. And then all the streaming platforms. So Spotify is kind of where I get most traffic. But anywhere you listen to music, if you just go on like Pandora or Amazon, anywhere, just search for Allie Crummy. And then you'll find me. I have a big footprint on the internet.
Cool. Yeah. All right, so look her up. Buy her music. We always say buy. Don't just stream.
Yeah.
Maybe stream just to kind of test it out. But support the artist by buying and downloading the music from different places, so they can make a little bit more money.
Yeah. And I do have CDs with me too. If anyone in store is interested.
So check it out. Yeah. Let's do one more tune before we get out of here. And I smell that food. Jim's cooking some good stuff in the kitchen right now. We're gonna eat. Give me some hash browns, Jim. All right, let's do one more song. What do you got for us?
This one's called People Change, and it's from my album Earthly. And it's just about, how, when people are growing, they're also changing, and sometimes it's hard when you're the one changing or when someone else is the one changing. So that's what this is about.
All right, let's give a hand once again for Allie Crummy here on our Iowa Music Showcase live at Barnwire.
I've grown tired of changing. Must we always change? But emotions are tricky and fingers get clingy. Somehow life still goes on. And I know it takes time, we're just reading line by line. Doesn't that drive you insane? And I try to remember a time when it was better, but it's always been hard when people change. I find you fighting your instincts. You find me biting my tongue. Our connection is shifting, organic and living. These types of things bend and pull. And I know it takes time. We're just reading line by line. Doesn't that drive you insane? And I try to remember a time when it was better, but it's always been hard when people change. Ooh. Don't hold on to what you shouldn't. Don't move on to something worse. Well, we've all got our bruises and things that confuse us. We're all finding our way. And I know it takes time. We're just reading line by line. Doesn't that drive you insane? And I try to remember a time when it was better, but it's always been hard when people change. Oh, and darling, it takes time. We're just reading line by line. Wish we could spare ourselves some pain, but that pain makes us tender, more compassionate and better. Still, it's so hard when people change. No, it's never not hard when people change. Ooh, it's always hard to know that people change.
It's Allie Crummy here on our Iowa Music Showcase on Steve Shetler Media. Again, we're live at Barnwired in Sigourney, and we'll be back here bright and early tomorrow morning, or darker and early, I don't know. 8 o'clock, there should be a little bit of sunshine.
You good,
with the time change. So we'll be back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. For the sports section, we'll have a bunch of cross-countryers from around the area running into the sports.
Yeah, they ran.
Sports section live here
at
Barnwired in Sigourney at 8 a.m. So stop in maybe tomorrow morning, get some breakfast, get some coffee, and get in here for some lunch today. They've got a bunch of great food. Like I said, it's smelling really, really good here at Barnwired. Allie, we thank you so much for your time coming all the way down from Des Moines today to sing us some songs and to get to know you. So best of luck with your music career. We'll have to do this again in the future.
Sounds good.
All right. So
thanks for having me.
Follow her on social media. Download her stuff, her songs, and follow along for Allie Crummy on the Iowa Music Showcase. For Barnwired here in Sigourney, I'm Steve Shetler. We'll see you again next Friday.
Yeah.